Hey everybody, it's Tracy here, and I thought I would just do a very quick tutorial for you on how to set up a Blab. So if you are somebody that is wanting to use Blab as a way of getting your message out there and sharing your brilliance with the world, then this is how you'll go about doing it. So whenever you're setting up a new Blab, this is exactly what you need to do. So the first thing, first place obviously you go to is to www.blab.im. If you don't already have an account, it will prompt you to set up an account, and you can either do that with Twitter or Facebook, and it will just simply bring over all of your profile information from whichever platform you're deciding to sign up with, or you can sign up as a standalone account that's not associated with your Twitter or Facebook. I would highly recommend that you link it to one of those, and you'll see a little bit why when you start using Blab, because it'll just make it easier for you to be able to communicate with people that are following you on either Facebook or Blab. So, as I said, this tutorial really is about how to set one up. So, as you know, I have my regular show that's on every Wednesday morning at 11:30 a.m. So, I'm just going to take you through simply what I do to set up a Blab for any of my guest speakers. So, the first thing I do is obviously we come to the Blab homepage, and then just up here in the right-hand corner, you'll see that it says Start a Blab. That's meaning two things. Either you can start a Blab right now, and you can get going and you're in there and you can go live right this minute, or you can start one for the future, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm actually setting one up for a future date. So I simply click on Start Blab, and we're then brought to this page. So I need to type in here what my headline is. So what is it that I am going to be speaking about? What is the topic that I am covering? And for tomorrow, the topic is very simple. It is about for people to discover how to build their profile with the use of video. So I'm just going to type in here, discover how to build your profile with video. And let's just fix up that your. Just like so. Then it will give me an option to add 3 tags. Now, why this is useful for you is because when people are coming into Blab and they're looking for shows or Blabs to watch, they will be typing in specific things. So, for example, tomorrow with the lady that I'm going to be interviewing, it is an interview. Right, and you can see that there's a little drop down that comes up, and I can simply click that tag. It is also about marketing, and it is also for consultants. So let's just choose consulting. So there you go, there's my 3 tags for tomorrow. Now I also want to add a custom image, which is optional, but I would recommend that you do this. It will show your profile picture if you don't, but if you are doing a show, I would highly recommend that you put your own image in. So in this case, I'm just going to click yes, and it already tells me that the dimensions that I require for this image are 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels. I've already pre-prepared one that I did earlier, so I'm simply going to upload that into my system. So Blab the Vault, and it is the one here with Melissa Groom. And then the next thing it asks me is, do I want this Blab to be public or unlisted? So public meaning that my Blab would be visible to everybody, or unlisted, my Blab will not be listed, and I would have to share the URL with friends or family or other people that I want to get in. So very useful now that they have that option, but in this case it's public. Okay, and then it asks me, when do I want to go live? And this is what I meant before about you can either go live right now, or you can set a time in the future. And of course, I want to set a time in the future, and it is at 11:30 a.m. So we just type it like that, and my time zone is already in there, and I'm going to do this one tomorrow in this case. And then all I simply do is schedule Blab. Click at the button. And it's thinking. It might take a few moments to do that. And once it has stopped thinking, it will give me a URL, and I'm going to simply use that URL, and I usually drop that URL into bit.ly, bit.ly, and shorten the link, and that way I can also start tracking how many people have actually clicked on it. That's just a little trick that I do, but here we go. That should now be scheduled. So let's have a look and see if it has. I'll go to my profile settings. And I just scroll down slightly, and I actually want to look at scheduled. Oh, and here we go. I pushed the button twice, so it's given me 2. But I'll just use this one. And there you go. There's my URL that I want to use. Right. And if you wanted to embed this Blab onto your website, you would simply use the embed Blab, the iframe coding, and you would simply drop that onto your website, and you may need to get your webmaster to help you with that, but that's how you do it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go to bit.ly. You'll see bit.ly.com, and all I'm going to do here is just shorten this link. So I just simply copy it into there like so. It's now given me a shortened link, which is here. So I go copy, and that is now the link that I will use to put into any of my posts on Facebook or wherever I'm going to share it, so that I can start tracking what's actually happening with it. So there you go, guys. That's how a Blab is set up. And then come the day that you want to go live, I would always recommend that you get into Blab at least 10 minutes earlier, so that earlier than your scheduled live time, and that will just give you an opportunity to check your sound, make sure that your sound, that your video is all okay, that your background is looking all right, you've got nothing sort of strange going on in the background of your video, and that your guest is also comfortable, and give you an opportunity to get them comfortable by making a bit of small talk and just letting them know what's going to go on when you go live and you start recording your show. So there you have it. That is simply how you set up a Blab. Have fun with it. And believe you me, you will. It's funny that this particular Blab tomorrow is about how to build your profile with video. You will be able to build a very solid profile with the use of Blab, so I highly recommend it. So there you go. Have fun with it, and I'll talk to you all soon.